Okay, so good evening, everybody. So today we just continue to talk about the monetary policy and fiscal policy in chapter 12. Okay, so actually I mentioned before we have the fourth story, and now we just talk the second story. I mean. The first story we call, we just let the R constant and the P constant, W constant and E constant, and then we find equilibrium Y equal to 5. This is the first story, okay? And the second one, we only let the P constant, W constant, E constant, and then we try to find the Y, equilibrium Y equal to 5. This is the second story, and I'll stop. Okay, so this is the first. We call this is the simple Keynes model. Okay, Keynes. I mean this is the Keynes model, and this we call this is multiply, okay? Multiply Keynes model, okay? So this is we also try to write down. This is ISLM model, okay? So this is the second story, and the third we just let the exchange rate constant. And then we want to try to find Y star equal to what, and P star, and W star, okay, and R star, okay. This is we call this is the completer, completely. This is a complete Keynes model, okay. And if we all let this the P, W, R, E become flexible, okay? This is then we can try to find Y star or E star or P star or W star and R star, okay? This is we call this is the open economic system or open complete Keynes model. Okay, so here, and actually today we just tried to show you, maybe this is we also can write down ASAP model, okay? And the fourth we call ASAP and a BP model, okay? So we mentioned before this the simple Keynes model and multiply Keynes model, and this is the complete ASAD model, and this is the open. So we have the full story, okay? And now we found chapter 12. Actually, this is also to describe about the second story, okay? So here, last week we already know about the IS and LM, okay? So here is Y and this is R, okay? And we can try to draw this LM curve, and this is the IS curve, okay? And last week we also tried to show you about what is LM, what is IS curve, okay? LM is represent money supply equal to money demand, okay? And the money demand actually they depended on the income and the interest rate, okay? And this is the represent Y equal to C plus I plus Z plus X minus M, okay? So here, if we want to try to talk about the fiscal policy, okay? This is about the fiscal policy. What is fiscal policy? it represents government can use the government spending. Okay, for example, if the government spending increase, or the government tax system decrease, and then this can let IS curve shift to the right hand side, because shift to right, okay, shift right, okay, shift to right, okay. This is what we call fiscal policy, and here you can look. Z is here, and how about the T? Okay, T is mean. They would have some relationship with that consumption. This is increase. Okay, so if the government decrease the tax, and then disposable income will be increased, and then the people they have the more ability to do consumption. So here you can check. If we can let Z increase, we can let C increase. So you can look this one increase. So IS curve, they will be shift to the right. Okay. And the other hand, if the policy change, okay. This is for the fiscal policy, okay? And the next, you also can write down the government spending decrease, or we can let the tax increase. So the tax increase, the consumption decrease, okay? So and after that, you can look IS, they will be shift to the left, okay? Shift to the left, okay? So this things we all call this is the fiscal policy. Okay, so you can look like this situation, and so you can see this is represent IS curve. If we let the government spending increase, all the tax decrease, so you can look here. You can look. IS curve, they will be shift to the right hand side, okay? And after that, you can look the interest rate increase, and output or income also increase. So you can see this situation, they will be let interest rate increase, and Y increase as well. So this is what we call the fiscal policy. Okay, but after that, maybe we also try to consider which situation they have the more effective. Okay, so maybe this is dependent on LOM. So for example, if LOM like this situation, or LOM like this situation. So here, maybe we can let LM1, this is LM2. Okay? So one day, if the LM, the situation is like the horizon situation, so you can look the government policy very, very effectively. Okay? Because they can let interest rate the constant. Okay? Interest rate the constant, but they can let the output or income increase. But the other situation on LM2, so the government, if this situation is represent the fiscal policy ineffective, so this situation, this is represent the fiscal policy effective, okay? Effective. Okay, and this is represent ineffective. Ineffective. Okay, and if this situation we call the normal situation. Okay, so sometimes we would like to compare which one is effective. if we can let the y increase, we call effective. If y is constant, y not change, is ineffective. Okay, so can you understand? So this is the special for the fiscal policy. Okay, and the other way, we also try to see about the monetary policy. So here, we all can try to drop YR, okay? So, like here, this is LM, and this is IS, okay? So you also can let, if one day the government use expanding the monetary policy, so they would let the LM increase. For example, this is we call monetary policy. What is monetary policy? It means if we can let money supply increase, or we can let the money demand decrease. If the policy, they can let the money supply increase, or the money demand decrease. Okay, and after that you can look at the end. They can shift to the right hand side. Okay. So you can check. So here you can check. You can look. The interest rate will be decreased, and the output also increase. So here you can see the R decrease. Okay, and Y increase. So if we can find this result, we also can call monetary policy is effective. Okay? So here is effective. Okay? But after that, maybe they also depend on some special situation. For example, maybe IS have this situation, or IS like this curve. Okay, so maybe we can write down this is IS1 and this is the IS2. So you also can check, okay, if, sorry, no, maybe we write down here, it's much better. Okay. Because the yellow one is represent a new one, and the white one is initial. Okay. White one is represent initial. Okay. So here you can check. All right. So if the IS like this curve, IS1. Okay. So if we use the policy, we can look, they can let the interest rate constant, but they can let the Y increase. Okay, so it's represent when IS curve like horizontal situation, so you can check the interest rate constant, but they can let income or output increase. But the other way, if like IS curve is like a vertical, so you can look actually they cannot let Y increase. So for example, if IS like this situation, and monetary policy would be ineffective. Okay, so here you can compare the fiscal policy and the monetary policy. Okay, so you can check like here. All right, so you also can try to see monetary policy and the fiscal policy. Okay, so you can see in this chapter we use the ISLM model developed in the chapter 11 to show how monetary and the fiscal policy work. Okay, so actually you can look the fiscal policy actually has its initial impact in the goods marketing. Where is good marketing? Good marketing is represent y equal to c plus I plus z plus x minus m. This is what we call the goods marketing. Okay, and monetary policy is represent like the assess marketing. Okay, so here you also can try to find the initial impact manually in assess marketing. Okay, so here you can try to connect because the goods and the assess marketing are interconnected. Okay, both the fiscal and monetary policy has effect on both of the level of the output and the interest rate. So here you can see Y is represent output, okay, and R is represent interest rate, okay. So sometimes if we use the expansionary policy, expansionary policy is represent if we can let money supply increase or money demand decrease, we can call this is the expansionary monetary policy. Okay, so and after that, the LM curve they will be shift to the right hand side. Okay, if they use the contractionary monetary, is mean they let the money supply decrease or money demand increase. Okay, so all the LM curve will be shift to the left hand side. Okay, and the fiscal policy they will let IS curve shift. Okay, so this is what we mentioned before. Okay, and after that, so here you can first you can find this is what we call monetary policy. Okay, so you can look how to let the money supply increase. The government can depend on the open marketing operation. Okay, the central bank or the Federal Reserve. Federal Reserve is in the USA. Okay, if in another country, we can call this is the central bank. Okay, so the central bank they can buy the bond in exchange for the money. Okay, and increase the stock of the money. Okay, so and after that they can let LM curve shift to the right hand side. Okay, and they also can use opposite policy. They just share the bond. Okay, share the bond, and then the money will come back in the banking system. Okay, so then they can let the money supply decrease. Okay, so this is the open marketing operation. So we also told you before, all the monetary instrument, the central bank they prefer use the OMO because the open marketing operation is best one. Okay, because the central bank they can control, they can manage the money supply. Okay, and this is another way. Maybe if the government adjustment to the monetary expansion, okay, so they can let the money supply increase, okay, or the public buy other things, okay. I mean, if the government won't buy another things, so they would let the money supply increase. Or the other way, maybe the assess price increase, and then they can let the yields decrease. Okay, so they have some change. Or decline the interest rate. Okay, so and after that, you can look all the LM curve. They can shift to the right hand side. Okay, so you can compare. And after that, we also call this transition mechanism. Okay, transition mechanism. So maybe at the fourth step, last week we also mentioned. Okay, so first they can change in the real money supply, and then the second one, portfolio adjustment lead to a change in asset price and interest rate. And next, the spending adjust to change in the interest rate. And finally, output adjust to the change in aggregate demand. Okay, so actually this is like by step. Actually, we also mentioned before, it's like the the money supply increase, and then they can let interest rate decrease, and investment increase, and Y increase. Okay, so actually this is the this is step. Okay, so you can look like this situation. Okay, so we can call this is the transitional mechanism. Okay, so and but in this transitional, they also have some problem. First problem we call liquidity trap. So here they have some we call this is the shortage. Okay, shortage. This is the first one, shortage. This is the second one, shortage. So the first one, shortage, we call this is liquidity. Liquidity trap. What is liquidity trap? It means money supply increase, however, the interest rate constant. Okay, so this is not working as constant because when the money supply increase, for example, the situation like here, this is money demand. Okay, and this area we call liquidity trap. So here, if the money supply, for example, this is the money supply here, money supply, when the money supply increase, okay, so here money supply increase, till money supply, okay, plus, okay, so you can look from this point to this point. So when the money supply increase, however, the interest rate constant, no change. Okay, so here no working, and after that, so you can see, and after that, investment constant and the Y constant. Okay, so and after that we call the monetary ineffective. So this is no use. Okay, so this is the first shortage. And after that, so here you can look. This is we call the liquidity trap. Okay, so the two extreme case arise when discussing the effect of the monetary policy on the economy. Okay, so the first is the liquidity trap. Liquidity trap is equal to a situation in which the public is prepared at a given interest rate, hold whatever amount the money is supplied, because here it's represent interest rate is quite low. Okay, so when the government increase the money supply, but the people they prefer hold the money supply. Okay, so they cannot let interest rate decrease again. So the interest rate like the constant. So because the interest rate constant, so they cannot let the investment increase. So the investment also constant, and after that, the output or income all constant. And then we call this as ineffective. Okay? So we cannot depend on money supply. Okay? And so here actually you can look the liquidity trap imply the LM curve is the horizon. So change in the quantity of the money don't shift it, don't shift. Okay, so it represent the monetary policy has no impact on either the interest rate or the level of the income. Okay, so here constant. Okay, so the other situation is represent the possibility of a liquidity trap at a lower interest rate. Okay, is a notion. So throughout the theory of the English economist John Keynes. Okay, so in particular, why the John Keynes he need to drop this story because in 1930, in 1930s, okay, he found in the UK society, interest rate is quite low, but they cannot change. Okay, so this is the first story, and the second story is represent the bank. This reluctance to live. We mentioned before, what is reluctance? Reluctance is mean they don't want. Okay, so it's represent the bank. They don't want to let the money to the business. Okay, so this is the second problem. The second problem is mean like here we can write down this is the banks reluctance, okay, to lend, okay. They don't. I mean, this reluctance is mean they don't want. Okay, they don't want. And why? Why they don't want? Because you can look, the money supply increase, but interest rate decrease. Okay, but after that, the investment constant. So here, this is the second problem. Okay, the second problem you can look. Although we can let the interest rate decrease, okay, but the bank they don't like to lend money to people or to investors. Do you know why? Because the people want to try to do investment, they have some choice. One is for MEI and R. MEI is represent return. Okay, this is represent return. Okay, some person they do the investment, they want to have a higher return. Okay, this is what we call MEI. This is the marginal effective of investment. Okay, and here this is the interest rate is represent your cost. Okay, or this is maybe we can call this as the value. Okay, if the revalue larger than cost, then they would prefer to do this investment. However, if the revalue are very low, maybe near zero, although interest rate is quite low, 1%, but they cannot earn money because this is the zero. Okay, so I mean, it's more important how to let the MEI increase, and then the people be like to do the investment. Okay, but if the MEI is lower than interest rate, and then nobody want to do this investment. Okay, so this is the second story. So the second story, although the effect of the monetary policy on the economy, they don't like use the monetary policy because the money policy is powerless. Okay, it's powerless to alter the economy. So the breakdown in the transitional mechanism. Okay, so the transition mechanism they cannot working. Okay, so despite the low interest rate and the increased demand for investment, the bank may be unwilling to make the loan necessary for the investment purchase. Okay, so sometimes one day if you doing a job in the bank, I'm not sure you prefer to lend the money to people or not. Okay, sometimes you need to consider how to lend the money and then how to collect the money again. Okay, if you lend the money to people but you cannot collect again, then you will got a big trouble. Okay, so I'm not sure. Last week I also remind you. One day if your friend they want borrow money from you, would you like to lend the money to your friend? Because he always say he was very poor. Please do some favor to them. Okay, can you do that? Yeah, you can lend the money to your friend, but carefully, you must write down a note. Okay, when, how much they borrow. Okay, and then they also need to provide the condition when they can return. Okay, if you every day just joking, drink the wine, and then you forgot. Okay, and then they don't like to return to you. But this is not your responsibility. Okay, so sometimes in the Chinese world, we would like to talk. We are all good friends, or we are all good family, like brother and sister. Okay, but if someone they want borrow money, you need to make a note. Okay, if not, okay, you ask them, please return the money to you. They don't like. Okay, they always say, oh, I forgot I drunk, so I didn't remember anything. Okay, so sometimes you must carefully. You need to write down one contract, or you need to write down a note. Okay, it's very important. Okay. On the other hand, would you like try to do some guarantee for the people? Your friend say he won't borrow money from the bank, but the bank say you must provide some people to do the guarantee. Would you like to do the guarantee? Maybe you need to say no, I cannot, because you sign your name, but you need to pay higher responsibility. If your friend they don't like to return the money, you must completely 100% you need to return for him. And why? This is unreasonable. Okay, so sometimes you need to say, I'm so sorry. I know you got a poor situation, but I am also poor. And you make some problem, not I made. Okay, so you need to say no. Okay, so sometimes I don't know. This is just provide some suggestions for you. But if you want to be a good man, good woman, you don't like to say no. It's yours. Would you like to say no or not? Your friend or your family say they want borrow money. You want to do some guarantee to name or not. It's dependent on your ability. Okay? If you are a rich person, you are very rich. Okay? So your friend cannot return the money you want, return to name. Yes, okay. You can sign your name. But if your ability not enough, you must say sorry. Okay? So sometimes we need to protect by ourselves. We need to protect for our family. Okay? So this is more important. Okay, and the other, this is the classical case. Okay? So sometimes we also consider the opposite, the horizon LOM. So imply the monetary policy cannot affect the level of the income. Okay? So here you can look the horizon LOM and the vertical LOM. Okay? But here, this is the vertical LOM, and this is the horizon LOM. Okay? So you need to consider when the LOM got a special situation, and then the fiscal policy, some effective or some ineffective. Okay? So you can check this one. And the other way, we also mentioned about the fiscal policy and some crowding out effect. Did you remember we also talked before, what is crowding out effect? Crowding out effect, it means when the government spending increase and then they would let the consumption decrease or the investment decrease. Okay? So what is, this is the fiscal policy, okay, and after that, so here we also try to see the government spending increase. They would let IS shift to the right hand side, to the right. So in general, you can look. Maybe you can see the R interest increase and the Y increase. But here, if we got some special situation, maybe we have the this is the crowding. This is what we call crowding out effect. What is crowding out effect? This is it means if we let here the government spending increase, and then they let the interest rate increase as well. So here the savings, this is the represent savings increase as well, because the interest rate increase. But after that, they will let the consumption decrease. Okay? And the other way, interest rate increase, so the investment also decrease. So here you can look. So you can look delta G equal to minus delta C plus minus delta I. Okay? So when the government spending increase, they will let the consumption decrease. They will let the investment decrease. Okay? So and after that, you can move these two to the left hand side. So after that, you can find delta C plus delta I plus delta G equal to 0. So this is represent the government spending crowding out the consumption and the investment. In particular, the government always ineffective or inefficiency. The government spending always inefficiency. Okay. So the people they don't like. Okay. But if the government use this one, and then they would have the crowding out. Okay. So you can look in the equation, the IS curve. Okay, y equal to c plus I plus g plus x minus n. Okay, and after that you can look the fiscal policy variable including the G and the T. Okay, G is government spending, T is the tax. Okay, so in the definition, okay, G is a part of the A. Okay, and the T is a part of the period. Actually, this can have some effect. So here you can let the government spending or the tax decrease, and then they can let IS curve shift to the right hand side. Okay, so here you also can try to compare this result. Okay, so here you can look. In general, the government use the spending, they can let the IS curve shift to the right hand side. Okay, so and after that you can look the interest rate increase and the output or income increase. Okay, so the point, the equilibrium point from the E prime to the E double prime. Okay, so you can look the government expenditure or government spending increase, and then they can let equilibrium move to from the E prime point to the E double prime. So we also mentioned before, do you know about the move and the shift? What's different? Move is represent move to the different points. Shift is a shift to the different line. Can you understand? So, for example, this curve from the point A to point B, this is the demand curve. Okay. In this demand curve, okay. So you can look if from A to B or B to A, this is what we call move. Okay. If from this is the D to the D prime, from A to here, so this is what we call shift. Shift D to D prime. This is called shift. So shift is the different line. Move is the different point. Okay. So in Chinese, maybe we also look. In Chinese, we call 移动. All the same. In the Chinese word, we only write down 移动. Maybe in Korea the same. Korea also use a lot of Chinese word. Okay, so maybe the word is the same, but the meaning is different. Okay, so you need to know when we use the move. Okay, it's move point E prime to E double prime, and shift IS curve to the IS prime. Okay, so all right. So we have a break 10 minutes, and please come back again. Okay, so we just continue. Just try to see the composition of the output and the policy mix. Okay, so here you can look like the, or we can summarize the effect of expansionary monetary policy and fiscal policy on the output and the interest rate. So you can look, so the monetary policy, if they use the expansion, so they can let the equivalent income increase. Okay, but they let the equivalent interest rate decrease. And if we use the fiscal expansion policy, we can let equilibrium income increase, and equilibrium interest rate also increase as well. So you can compare this result, okay? And working. Okay, so actually we just try to know about the third story. Okay, just let the E constant, and then we want to try to find Y equal to what, P equal to what, and W star and R star. Okay. So here we can try to know about the classical school. This is the classical school. Okay. So the first we just try to see in the classical school. Okay. So you can look the structure. Okay. You can try to see the structure. This is the N as represent the labor, and here is real interest rate, real wage rate, and here's N, and this is Y, and this is Y, and this is Y as well, and this is Y, okay. And then they change. This one is P or W. So it's like the you look the cartoon book. Okay, this is the first, and this is the second, this is the third, this is the fourth, and this is the fifth. I mean, this is the special for the structure. Okay. When you want to try to get some result, and then you need to try to see the structure. So when you read the finger, you must, this one is the first. This is represent, this is the labor supply and the labor demand, okay? When the labor supply and the labor demand, and we can find the equilibrium labor and equilibrium real wage, okay? And after that, you can connect this word. This is Y equal to N, okay? Or N up, like here. So this is represent production function. So here, and after that, you can look, you can find this is the 45 degree. The 45 degree, you only want to do the transfer. Because here you can look if you use the N star, and this is the Y star, and after that this will be Y star. But the Y star is located at the Y axis, so they prefer use to the X axis. So they just transfer from here is Y star, and after that you can see this is the Y star. And after that, you can try to see this is the P, okay? And after that, you can also try to look this the real wage, okay? So you can see this P, this is W. So in the classical school, you need to remember the different story, okay? So here. We just try to show you some visual. So here, this is we call this is aggregate production function. aggregate production function. So the first, you need to remember, for example, in the microeconomics, okay, we use the Q equal to Q and K, and this is the L, and the E, and this is the Z or T, another one. This is, we call Q is the production, or the products, okay? The production, or the product, depending on, we can call, this is the output, okay? And here, all the factors, this is represent input, okay? So you can try to know, for example, you want to have a good scores, okay? You learn economics or you learn any course. You want got a good scores, okay? A good labor. But you need to pay your time, pay your efforts, okay? And then you got a good scores, okay? The same, if we want to produce some product, okay? So the first, you need to put, N is, this is represent labor. Labor factors, okay? Labor factor. Do you know what is labor? Do you know the labor? Is it people? Actually, this is represent working hours. Okay, working hours. The working hour is represent labor factors. Okay, for example, this is 3 hours for me. I come here for my teaching. Okay, so I pay 3 hours for teaching, and after that I can get some money or some salary. Okay, who pay? The university will pay the salary for me, and the university how to find the salary for me? They need to collect. Most students they need to pay the tuition. Okay, so this is 3 hours. Actually, we can call labor factor. Okay, and the other factors is the capital. This is the capital. Okay, capital. What is capital factor? What is capital factor? The capital factor is mean the money. Okay, and now if you have some money, you can save your money in the banking system. But you also can use your money to do some business. Okay, and you need to make your decision. You save your money in the banking system, or you want to use your money to do the business. Okay, if you no money, maybe you need to borrow money from the bank. Okay, and after that you need to return. Okay, so this is effective or not. So you need to consider. So actually, the capital factor is mean we borrow money. How long can you use? And after that you need to return the money. Okay, so this is special for the capital factor. And what is error? Error is lender. Okay, this is all the lender factor. Okay, it means including all the lender, building, physical factor. We all can call the lender factor. And what is E? E is mean the business ability. You can organize some business ability. Okay, so you want to entrepreneurship. Okay, so you want to organize some special business. Okay, and this 4 factor This four factor, we can call this internal factor. Internal factor by company. Okay, so the company, their leader, they can manage this four factor. And the other one, this is we call this as environment, or the external. This is the external factor. What is the external factors? Like the government policy, the government spending or the tax system. This is we cannot control. So and after that we just let this all constant, because this is dependent on government, not dependent on company. Okay, and after that you also can summarize. So this has become 2N and K. Did you remember? So we just let, for example, this is lender and this is capital can get together. Okay, so this is all belong to, this is for the physical, and this is for the human resource. Okay, these people pay the working hour. This maybe pay his mind to manage all the business. Okay. So this is what we call human resource. And after that, we can simplify the factor. One is for the human resource. One is for the physical resource. Okay? And after that, we also can let this production more easily. So here, we have the certain short run and the long run. I'm not sure, do you know the short run and the long run? I mean the short run production function, okay? This we call short run production function. It means Q equal to Qn K bar. Okay, we let one factor become constant and the other one is flexible. And after that, we can say, okay, this is N Qn. And for the long run production function, it means Q equal to Qnk. All the factor, all flexible, all can change. Okay, so here we only use this one, try to do analysis. Okay, so you can look like here. So the YQ are equal to Qnk bar and equal to Qn. And actually, what is Q? Q is for the quantity. So here we can change this one to Y equal to Ynk bar and Y n. So this one we just call aggregate production function. Can you understand? So this one we call the aggregate production function. Okay, so can you understand? So here we just try to write down. Actually, this is also, we can write down, this is the GMP. Okay, so you can compare in a different country how to find a different GMP. So it's dependent on the human, depending on the people. So the first things we need to know something about labor marketing. This is the, if we write down the labor OUR, this is the British. If in American, we only write down LABOR. Okay, so like the behavior. Okay, if you have find the U, this is for the traditional, this is the British work. Okay, if you not find the U, this is the American English. Okay, so you can check. So and after that, we just try to show you the N is more important. So the first we need to know about the human. Okay. So I mean this is the human resource. So if we compare in a different country, how to find a different country got the different GNP or GDP? Actually, it's dependent on people, dependent on human. Okay. So for example, for the population in Taiwan. Okay. So you can check the population in Taiwan. How to compare or how to find the Taiwan achievement. You need to try to find the population in Taiwan. Okay. So here you can look. This is the age. Age is maybe more than 15, and have some age less 15. Okay, maybe some country they are more than 16 or less 16. Okay, so I'm not sure in the Korea or in China how old you consider for the population. Okay, so this is the total population. Total population. Okay. So here you can look Taiwan 18 million. Okay, and this is the 5 million. In Taiwan, total population is the 23 million population. Okay, 23 population, and the age over 15 or 16 at 18 million. 18 million, and 5 million is boy, children, a young girl or boy, at 5 million. Okay, and we also concern how about the labor force? Labor force or not in labor force? Okay. Labor force, we also separate, this is the employment and the unemployment. Okay. So the labor force, we have this is the 11 million. Okay. And this is the 7 million. Okay, and what is non in the labor force? One is for retired person, maybe retirement woman or man. Okay, and have some. This is a housewife or housewife. I mean they do. The housework is no pay, okay? No pay, okay? Maybe they just clean the house, cook the rice, or caring the children, but their partner cannot provide any money to them, okay? So this is the housewife, and third one is the student, okay? The student. So the student, for example, you already over than 15, but now you stay in the university. So you belong to the not in labor force. And if tomorrow you don't like to study again, you left the university, then your position will be from the not in labor force, move to the labor force. Okay? And you also can try to see and have another one, maybe have some prisons. Some person they did something wrong, so they just fixed in a special area. So I'm not sure, like the Euro president, the former president, the lady, okay, maybe she living in the prison, okay. So her position from the labor force to the nothing in the labor force, okay. I'm not sure how many population you have in the prison in Korea. Did you visit the prison in Korea? Everybody, we need to visit him in the prison. Do you know why? Do you know why we need to visit the prison? Maybe one day we will step there if we did something wrong. Okay, if we did some illegal. So everybody, we need to have the visiting. Try to visit the prison. Everybody have the same opportunity to join there. Okay, so for our life, in the school, in the university, the teacher would like to show you how to make the good behavior or good evaluation. But when you graduate, then who told you? Only by yourself. Okay? For example, you own a job in the banking system. Every day you open your table, so many cash. Can you speak your cash in your work? Okay, you just complain, oh, you are earning your salary is quite low, and then you want to have more money. So every day you just steal the money from your office. Then you got a big problem. Okay, so if you own the job in the banking system, you must read the money like paper. Okay, you cannot say, oh, I want to have more paper, more money. Then you would easily to put in the prison. Can you get my point? This is your job, okay? I mean, the honor is very important. So everybody, when you do any exam, can you make a cheating? Nobody care you, only by yourself, okay? If you pay your effort, pay your attention, okay, and very honor. Okay, I mean, the honor is best one. Okay, so everybody you need to be the honor. Okay, because this is very important. Okay, so and you can check the Taiwan story. Okay, how many people are in employment in Taiwan? We have the 10.5 million population. So we have the 0.5 million unemployment. Okay, so this is the Taiwan story. So you can just try to look who can provide the, who can produce the GNP or GDP. Who? You can look in Taiwan. So many population, but who can create GNP or GDP? You can look only these people, because these people in employment. And the other way, all the people all depending on these people. So these people is actually, this is represent N. Okay, and N, they can control all the Y. So we cannot make any cheating. Okay, I'm not sure. Last time I told a story for you. Okay, so that's crazy. Okay. So here you can see actually these people on the job, okay, and then they can create GNP or GDP. So here you can see this is the labor supply, this is the labor demand, okay, and then in the labor marketing they can find equilibrium labor, okay. We find the equilibrium labor and put in the aggregate production function. Then we can find the aggregate output, okay? And aggregate output, we can try to see what price labor they have. And then we also can calculate the price labor, and like this is the wage rate, okay? So this is system in the classical school. This is the basic structure. So when we learn, we must from this is step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. Okay, please. So you need to step by step, and then you need to try to know the story. Okay. So can you get my point? Can you understand? Okay. So I mean this is very useful for you. So I just try to talk. You need to calculate some spatial index. Okay, what index you need to calculate? Okay, first this is the LPR. This is mean. This is the labor participation rate. Labor participation rate. So we can say LPR. How to calculate? So here we can let, for example, this is represent P. This is represent F. This is represent E. This is unemployment. So when we want to calculate what is labor force participation, participation, LFPR. Okay. This is equal to F divided by P. So the Taiwan story, okay? So here you can calculate that this is represent 11 million divided by 80 million. So this is the labor force participation rate. Okay, so this is the first index you need to calculate. And how about the unemployment rate? Unemployment rate, how to calculate? Okay, so unemployment rate we call UR. Okay, is equal to U divided by F. So it means this is 0.5 divided by 11. Okay, because in the minute you can drop away. Okay, so you can see. So here, how much? Maybe this is maybe 11, 18, maybe 6, 0, 6. This is 0. This is maybe 0.6. The labor force participation rate. Okay. So, or maybe you can write down this is the 61%. Okay, and this one, I mean this is near maybe 4%. Okay, so you can calculate that this is what we call unemployment rate. So when you read the newspaper, okay, you can see, oh, this is our unemployment rate. So unemployment rate, and then we also need to know something about the full employment. What is full employment? Okay, what is full employment? employment. Full employment is not represent unemployment rate become to zero. No, not zero. Okay, so the basic they have some we call the natural unemployment rate. Natural unemployment rate. Okay. How much for the natural unemployment rate? Maybe 3%. Okay. So this is in particular, if you try to know something about the unemployment, okay, you can try to see, or you can try to know about the definition about this situation. Okay, so this is a whole structure you need to understand about the classical school in the labor market. Okay, so this is the Taiwan story. So I'm not sure. For example, if you come from Korea, come from China, you also try to find some information about your country. So, for example, how many population you have in Korea? 65 million, or maybe I'm not quite sure. In Korea, maybe 65 million. Or maybe you can just you can check, okay, and then you also can try to see the people over 15 or 16, how many the people in this condition, and for the young children, and how many, okay, and after that you also can try to see something about the labor force and not in the labor force. Okay, and labor force have the some person employed or employment and some unemployment. Okay, and then you can try to know something about the unemployment rate or the employment rate. Okay, so for example, the third one, maybe we also consider employment rate. How to calculate about the employment rate? Is mean E divided by M. Okay, so here this is 10.5 and this is 11. So maybe we can get this is the 96%. And this is the 4%. This is the 96. So this get together equal to 100%. Okay, so employment rate and unemployment rate to get together is all equal to the labor force. Okay, so can you understand? So this is about the labor. So we need to know. And so, have any question? Can you understand? And so the next, I just try to show you how to find the labor supply or how to find the labor demand. Okay, so this is we need to try to know about the labor supply. Okay, how to find the labor supply. So if possible, you can go back and try to see another chapter. Maybe if you find the PPT from the chapter 14 to chapter 18, this is we call the micro foundation. Micro foundation. What is micro foundation? So it's mean because our topic is to talk something about the macroeconomics. But actually, all the macro all come from micro. Okay, so all the society actually they combine all individuals. So we need try to find the individual behavior and all summarize and get together, and you can create some special idea. So this is we call the micro foundation. Okay, so any question? So higher. Okay, so we have to break 10 minutes and please come back again. Okay, so we just continue. So until now, we only received Cai Chengzhu. He completed for his paper. And another one, I'm not sure, did you drop your paper already? When can you complete it for your paper? Or maybe we will start doing our presentation, okay? So next week, Cai Chengzhu you first, okay? So do you know how to draw the PPT? Okay. And someone know 上野让为 so 上野让为 is your classmate? Can you see him?
No.
No?
He seldom show up in class.
Right. Okay. Yeah, because he already missing so many times, so I'm not sure what problem he had. Okay. And yeah. Actually, the time is quite tight for everybody, okay? So I hope you need to drop your paper as soon as possible, okay? So if you need any help, just let me know, okay? Okay, so do you have any question? 장점의那些候选人那些李维伦来了，蔡成柱来了，夏仲良没有来。谢宜轩来了，陈炳良那些，孙丽婷来了，李佩颖来了，罗平那些。赵以正江都是 OK。 Okay, so here is the Cai Chengzhu. He already drew his paper, and we also revised 2 times or 3 times. Okay, so actually he got a better result. So it's very. I think it's much better. Okay, so for example, you draw the topic and your name and your department. Okay, and you need to draw maybe 200 or 300 words for the abstract. Okay, and here we also try to write down the introduction and or mention something, put some note here, and but we also found he already make much better. But you know here, if possible, I just revise one for you. But if possible, you need to revise by yourself. Okay, so maybe you need to change the same word or the website. You need to have to connect. Do you know what I mean? Okay. So over here, you are not put a line. For example, maybe you just because this computer I cannot do for you. So you just put a space and then they can connect. Okay, here the same. Can you get my point? Like here, this is the more. You need to change like this style. Okay, so here and. This is good because if you don't know about the author, okay, so you just write down the normals, okay, and the year. But the finally you can check like this guy. I mentioned before like this. You just put. You need to. Write down the surname, okay? Like here, you write down the surname, like the R-A and B-A-U-G-H, okay? Cai Chengzhu, you need to remember it's the surname, so you need to use the comma, okay? And L dot. H dot, because this is the first name or second name, so we just use the use the one word. I see now, okay, and like the other one, great, okay. This is the surname, so you need to put a comma, okay, and. Simi J, so Simi S and J, okay, and 1997, so yeah, and the other is 5. So here I need to change, so can you get my point? Okay, just little things. And the other way, for example, this is not so good, not good looking, okay? So like here, because you have some space, this is not good. So after the from Cai Chengzhu, this is the space is not so good. So you cannot have some empty space. So here you just from put the enter, then you left to the left hand side. Okay. So another one the same. You need to manage all the things again. Okay. So yeah, I think you got much better. Actually, you already to do the revision 3 times. Okay, so it's look much better, more academic. Okay, so I hope if you already draw your paper and then you can send say it to me earlier, maybe I can provide some suggestion to you again. And the other one, this is the I present my paper this room. For example, here, this is I present my paper. Okay. So you can look. Okay, this is my paper. Okay, so you can see. This is I draw my paper. Okay, and this is my topic of my name, my department, my email address, and this is abstract keyword. Okay, and this is the introduction. Okay. So you also can try to see the story for my paper. Okay, so another way, maybe I also show you about my PPT. Okay, so when you draw your PPT, you also need to follow. Okay, here you look. This is the name. Okay, and the second page. I hope everybody you need to draw the outline. Okay. So the outline, you say introduction or some basic factor, and the data or empirical specification, empirical result, and conclusion. Okay, so you just try to see. Okay, this is an introduction, and we also have some special. You can put the 1.1. Okay, so. This is the you need to follow. Okay, so this is I present this room. So I'm not sure. And after that, for example, conclusion, and finally, your suggestion are warmly welcome. So I hope when you present your paper, I hope. Everybody, you need to try to ask some questions, because Q&A also important. If after your presentation nobody asks you any question, it's represent your presentation is fair. Not so good. Okay. So if after your presentation, if a lot of people ask you more questions, it's represent your topic is more interesting. Okay. So sometimes you need to ask your friend, please do me a favor, ask me some question. Okay? So if someone can ask question to you, this is to present you a good presentation. Okay? So I hope you need to try to do that. Okay? So any question? I don't know actually. I'm not sure. Can you do you any typical situation, or you already draw the paper? How many processes you already completed? No? 你可以美妆环费 you already got some experience last semester. So maybe you can try to do some help to another classmate. Okay? Is it possible? Or you can show your paper with another classmate because last semester you already did the one paper.
I will show my paper.
Yes, and all your presentation as well. Okay. So, if you any question or and if you need any help, just let me know. Okay. So, and how about the two lady? 赵于正and江若晓. Do you any class in English? Just this class or have another class? Many class? So more. So you also need to do the presentation or not? Or only this class? Only this one? So how about your situation? How many pages you draw or anything? Or do you need any help? Because the time is quite tired, okay? You mentioned you on the 17th May, so maybe you have the 2 weeks. Okay, so when you draw your paper, maybe you can send it to me, or maybe I can try to do some help for you, provide some suggestion to you. Okay, so is it okay? Okay. All right. So any question? Because today is very tired actually. I already working more than 6 hours because from the 12 o'clock and here now. Okay. So, or would you mind today we just stop here, or you want to continue? Yeah, because actually I want to talk a story about the level supply and level demand, but it's powerless, okay? It's quite tired actually. So, so maybe today we just stop here, okay?